My beer in my right hand, my dick in the other. I sit here all day and think of your mother. Hey guys, Ryan here, bringing us a commentary. This is gonna be the third set between Jaedong and Snow in the PDPOP MSL quarterfinals. This is gonna be on Triathlon because MSL tends to reuse one map forever and ever and ever and ever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. In the bottom left-hand corner, playing as the Red Zerg, we're going to have Jaedong, and somebody in the crowd obviously believes in him. I believe Jaedong. You forgot the in, pal. It's 2 letters. It's not too hard. Learn the language. Come on. I'm being mean for no reason. They're really loving that fan, aren't they? Bottom right-hand corner, playing as the aquamarine / teal, greenish, blue thing. Color is going to be Snow, playing as the protoss. Of course, this is 3-player map, Triathlon. A little bit Zerg favored, I think, overall. 20 wins for Zerg, 11 wins for Protoss. That's a fairly big, that's a fairly decent discrepancy there. And I think it's partially to do because Zerg really have 3 easy gases to take, so they can really get their economy going strong right from the start. And giving Zerg a strong start, well, that can be very troublesome. You see the stats there; they don't really reflect the overall stats of the map. Those 9 wins for the Protoss are 9 of total 11. And I think that's just like the recent results. Don't really think they're the overall ones. Let's see here. We're going to see a probe coming in here for Snow, spotting everything out. Did go for a Forge Fast Expand, I believe. Had a pull in there. Going to spot the spawning pool coming up. That is an overpull. And we're probably going to be seeing Jaedong expand right after. We're going to see whether he goes to that natural or actually to that secondary. Probably might go to that natural, might go to the secondary. Secondary is safer, but might mean your frontal defenses will be a little bit weaker. Seems like he's sending out a drone right now, right towards that natural expansion. So he's just going to be able to set up his frontal defenses quicker. And for that way, he's just going to be able to sunken up and defend himself just a little bit better. And then take that very safe third anytime he pleases. And of course, every single expansion on this map is a gas expansion. There are 3 expansions, I believe, at the 6, 11, and 2 o'clock that are kind of closed off by eggs on both sides, kind of like the secondaries closed off by lurker eggs. So in that way, yeah, there's a lot of maneuverability to be done around the map. The middle is fairly open, but with all those gas expansions, if the Zerg manages to spread and play safe, they can really get their economy very strong, can have a very high-tech army, and can just pump out forces like crazy at all times. So you really, on this map, don't want to let the Zergs control the pace and try to do some very good harassment as a Protoss player. And air is actually very strong on this map overall, so Mutalisks might be a possibility. A lot of harassment comes in from there. On the opposite side, let's see, we're going to see 1 photon cannon morphing in very soon, 2nd one on the way, gateway in front, and that Nexus on the way as well. This should be fine. 1 probe might want to, I think actually he'll be fine. I think that 2nd cannon might actually warp in before anything happens. Jaedong actually decides to back off, so Snow is in no risk whatsoever. He's going for a lair right out of the gate right here. Quick lair. Not getting his 3rd yet. We're going to see might be just a 2-base tech pull to start off. Still that probe sitting there, spotting everything out. Still don't think... nobody has actually gone down to that secondary and checked it out. Neither has Snow, for that matter. And neither has Jaedong to possibly put up a drone there just to kind of be there and possibly put up a base. Zergans are in that base. Jaedong's man at the moment, though, so Snow's not going to be able to survive for too long with that probe. Just trying to get all the scouting information possibly can. Of course, if you manage to keep a probe alive long enough to spot the lair, you're in pretty good position. Just going to be able to run his probe right to that secondary and keep it alive until something can get through those eggs. At the very least, he might annoy Jaedong when he wants to take his 3rd. If he goes in straight with a drone, he's not going to be able to do that until he has an overlord over those eggs to give some detection. The Zerg is not going to be able to get through and kill that probe. That probe's, of course, not going to be able to get any more scouting information, but, you know, it's still there. At the very least, if nothing else, it knows that Jaedong's not taking his 3rd. Drone actually being sent out all the way to the upper right-hand. That's actually a very interesting play from Jaedong right here. Rather than taking the safe base, the safe route, he knows, you know, hey, he's going to know that I'll go for it if I do that. So instead, I'm just going to expand all the way out there and just try to take this for the late game. He's just hiding a drone there so far. Might be thinking of expanding just a little bit later. Going for a spy right now. It seems like he is going to go. This is 2-base Mutas at the moment. Start getting the opposite side, and Mutas can be very strong on this map. Overall, air can be very strong. Heavy Muta builds have been very successful, I believe, and River Harass has some decent position to take advantage of. So we're going to see overall what happens. And there's a white guy out there with funky hair. It's as if a part of his head is sticking out of his head. If that made any sense. Jaedong gonna plant down that expansion. Actually, a probe on the way right there. Snow on top of everything. Like, something's fishy. There's still no third being taken at that natural. Something's going on. What he's suddenly the probe stopped for no reason, but he's gonna be able to go in there and spot that expansion on the way. Knows that Jaedong has his third up, or on the way up. Quite a bit late. And just not working on his Corsairs. He's gonna want a few cannons in that main, in that natural, just in case. Overlord's flying around and now spotting everything out. One of the cool things, of course, about this map, with all those neutral arbiters, you can actually get Dark Archon and mind control them, because you're gonna get basically, if you mind control those neutral neutral arbiters, what you're gonna get is basically an arbiter with full energy, right? Just by mind controlling them. So often enough we see protoss players just go for one Dark Templar and just get themselves a bunch of extra arbiters that way. Can actually be very effective. Generally don't see that obviously against Zerg, although I've seen a few arbiter strategies against Zerg and they're always really fun and exciting to look at. But just, you know, just saying, if you're gonna basically go for a Dark Archon for whatever other reason, you may want to mind control an arbiter, just, you know, for fun, if you're not gonna go the arbiter route. Second Stargate out there, very interesting. Robotic support base. So he's gonna go, yep, full Sarah Reaver here, and Sarah Reaver has been very successful on this map before. Scourge are gonna, I don't think actually they got through there. That cannon and the Dragoon, I think, killed one Scourge, and the second Scourge was too low to actually flying, and should have actually sacrificed itself. Now that I think about it, might have just not been able to. But I'm not quite sure if he spotted out the robotics facility or not. Don't think he quite spotted. I think here, here he definitely should flew by that, but I think he should have spotted that. So we're going to have an idea. Robotics facility saw that. He's going to fly straight into the main again. If he did not see the robotics facility, he definitely saw these two Stargates and kind of knows, probably knows, or can take a very, very, very good educated guess at what's coming his way. German beer. What is better? What is better? If somebody says Budweiser, you deserve a bat to the face. Jaedong is also taking his 4th base, that secondary start of his main, so he's going to have 4 bases very soon. And, of course, the way he's setting himself up right now, he's going to be able to take that entire north corner. Just going to waltz up that ramp, go to the main, then take the secondary. 6 easy bases. Snow's still on 2 right now. Jaedong working on his 4th. So Snow, if he's going to go for some aggressive action, he has to have a very good harass. This Sarah Reaver strategy has to work out well for him, or else it's going to be in a lot of trouble. He needs to get a lot of harassment done. Is getting himself ready to pick up that 3rd. That's smart play. Those 3 gas really allow Protoss to play for quite a while. Get some a lot of high-tech forces out. A lot of Corsairs out there also for him. Shuttle out there as well. Don't think it has speed yet, but you really need speed on that shuttle to go for a very successful Sarah Reaver harassment. Let's see map positioning right now. Yeah, it seems like everybody has most of the scanning information they need. Not quite sure. Forgot to look at that to see whether friggin' Snow saw Jaedong's friggin' 3rd. Frig. Let's see here. I'm gonna take one more sip of my beer, just because I can. So this is really gonna come down to how well Snow manages to do this harassment. Seems 1 Reaver out there and a lot of Corsairs, and this is gonna come down to, he's gonna want to kill some Overlords. He's going to want to kill a lot of stuff, but there are a lot of Scourge and a lot of Mutalisks with Carapace upgrade out there waiting for him. I do believe he went for Weapons 1 upgrades on this Corsairs, though. That's one of what is going to die. Shuttle just kind of sitting around there. I think it might have actually been a Reaver shot that killed something on the ground. A few circlings there. And don't think that shuttle has speed yet. A lot of Mutals flying out there. They might wanting to intercept. That shuttle could be a lot of trouble. Doesn't have speed. That shuttle might be an interceptor right now. Not being focused down. Shuttle just going to fly away. Scourge is going to fly right after it. Corsair going to try to block some fire. Shuttle needs to fly in. Some more Corsairs coming in. A bunch of Corsairs going to get taken down. They're going to fly to safety. A lot of Scourge. Huge amount of Scourge right there along with the Mutals. So Jaedong just going very, very heavy air. No ground troops whatsoever aside from a few Zerglings. Very heavy air. And of course there's a lot of space for aerial troops to fly around here. Not too much back home here to defend. The Corsairs have to just fly away and try to stay alive. That cannon is going to go down momentarily. Scourge just forcing all those Corsairs back. That's pretty bad. And Snow has to keep up constant production. Now these Mutals are going to have some free reign over these probes unless the Corsairs manage to do something about a lot of Corsairs. Scourge is going to fly in and try to force those Corsairs back. Some more Corsairs trying to spawn, desperately warp out. A bunch of them die. Scourge finally do their damage and finally all die. So the Mutals are going to fly away, knowing that they're going to take some heavy splash, and, you know, why waste? Jaedong actually microing like crazy, so for getting some of his drones as one Zealot goes there and tries to do a little bit harass, kill a drone or two. Now that third might get delayed in this unless those Corsairs can do something about it. Seems like Snow actually going to send out his shuttle. Oh, narrowly bypassing a couple of Scourge. That shuttle might still die, but he needs to do some insane harassment. Oh, man. Scourge popping from the natural. Just as it happens, Jaedong barely missing it. That shuttle will go down no matter what. No! Get away, get away, get away. He's going to desperately try to drop his Reaver. Ah, man. Let's see how many drones he gets. Not too many opposite side. Jaedong managed to do quite a bit of damage. I don't think he actually managed to deny. Don't think he actually managed to deny that third, but still huge amount of Scourge. Just completely and absolutely denying Snow any sort of air dominance. Only a few Corsairs still left, and those Mutalisks just doing a hell of a lot of damage. Jaedong still staying on his 4 bases right now. Think he might be expanding towards that natural expansion, that main, I'm sorry, at the 12 o'clock position. But still, he's taken a very big lead in this. Has done quite a bit of harassment. Has taken down that Nexus. No, Snow is just going to put it up right up again. But he's still in a lot of trouble because Jaedong is just putting up an insane amount of pressure. Constant pressure, just not letting up at all. And yet again, going to try to go for a harass with another shuttle with something inside of it. I assume a Reaver, but just not nearly enough. I mean, smart of him to actually go for Ser Reaver because then he would not have had any sort of anti-air to battle these Mutalisks, really. But overall, unfortunately, Jaedong read his build early and just went heavy, heavy air. Not too much in the way of drones for Jaedong. That secondary doesn't have too much. Not too many drones there in that main. Surrounded by Scourge on all sides. And Reaver's going to get one Scarab off, kill a couple of drones, and then die. And unfortunately, these are not trade-offs that Snow should be making. Losing a Reaver and a shuttle for a couple of drones. And that first one for what, 5 drones maybe? 4 or 5 drones? That's not nearly enough. That's not the kind of trades you want to be making. Fleet Beacon! I need a sip of beer just to make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Seems like Snow going for, okay, what the hell, whatever, let's just do something. He wants to go air, I'll give him air, that bastard. I mean, I can't see him going for that because of the Corsairs. What, Disruption Web? Really? Is that really what you're going to go for? It has to be. I assume it's some crazy carrier stuff that he's going to try to go for. That's going to get spotted. Now, Muta's just coming in, engaging those Corsairs. Our Corsairs can do nothing. Just trying to do a little bit of damage as much as possible. Muta splashing off of those Corsairs, hitting some probes, killing some probes, doing some damage overall. A lot of Mutalisks out there going to fly away. Probably just to take care of that third where they're feeling a little bit safer. Corsairs still trying to come in, trying to do a little bit of splash damage. Only weapons and 1 upgrades against those Carapace 2 upgrades. Because the Carapace 2 upgrade. Now the Muta's going to go towards the third yet again, do a bunch of harassment. Yet another shuttle flying out there for Snow. He's going to lose that third yet again. And I'm not even sure if he's going to be able to accomplish too much with that shuttle because Jaedong at this point has 5 bases out there. Zerglings all a few places across the map. But unfortunately for Snow, spotting that shuttle and the economic superiority right now is kind of insane. Just now getting his shuttle speed going, and I really don't think it's going to help too much. Snow only on 2 bases. The mining just bit by bit not going to be enough. A lot of drones moving out of the way, so I think Snow is actually going to be able to mop these up a little bit, do some damage. Ugh. Nope. Nope, 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 nothing. 3 shuttles, 3 Reavers have accomplished very minimal harassment, not nearly enough damage. And Jaedong's really just playing with Snow, taking it easy, just amassing amount of forces. Fleet Beacon working on additional upgrades from that for some additional aerial upgrades thanks to that Fleet Beacon because he knows it's just going to be a full air battle. But unfortunately for him, he's just not been managed to do enough, not pumping enough Corsairs. Just never has enough Corsairs, never has that insane number where he can just kind of aim and focus down all this Mutalisks at once. And of course, Jaedong playing smartly, having those Scourge at hand at all times to help him against exactly that. So overall, I gotta say this game has been absolutely and completely controlled by Jaedong. And the further it goes down, the longer it goes on, the more obvious it is that seems like Snow's gonna lose this because his economy is just in shambles right now. Yet another shuttle, some Reaver out there, and no ground attacks coming in. And if Jaedong actually could right now just go for a huge tech switch, has some Hydras out there, he could go for just a big tech switch right here, and there's nothing Snow would be able to do about it. It seems like Jaedong actually starting to mass up some Hydras. Just mass up Hydras, go to the front. He's going to win this. He has a bunch of Mutalisks. Just go for Muta Hydra. get in there. There's absolutely nothing Snow's going to be able to do. This match is won by Jaedong already. Snow's going to yet again try to go for some harassment. 2 Scourge just waiting for that shuttle. But it's actually going to get nope, not going to get intercepted by the Mutalisks. But still overall nothing that he can do. Trying to cannon up and trying to still take his third. Trying to get his upgrades going for those Corsairs. I think that's Flea Beacon. But he's still in a lot of trouble. Has the 3rd Stargate out there. Trying to desperately pump as many Corsairs as humanly possible. But the problem is, I think he's just going to get crushed because he has only aerial forces. Has nothing but Reavers to do ground damage, and Reavers are just not enough against the massive Hydras. Sure, they help, but they're just not enough. Finally, a decent number of Corsairs out there push those Mutalisks back, like, get out of our house. Still doesn't have additional upgrades for that yet, though. But I really don't think that Snow has enough to beat Jaedong here. I just don't think he has enough forces, don't think he has enough economy-wise, don't think he's overall in a very good position. Mutalisks is going to come in, snipe Reavers, so when he comes in with his Hydras, there's very little that can actually kill them. Losing some Scourge there for no reason, but still, those Hydras are going to be able to push in very soon. Jaedong just has to get a decent number of them, along with those Mutalisks, push in and win this, and I think it's going to happen any minute now. And once it does, we're going to be seeing a very, very quick GG. Look at all those Hydras, bunch of Mutalisks mopped up, and there's going to be nothing to meet them right here. It's going to be the final push right here from Jaedong. Almost nothing to fit, just a few cannons. 1 Dragoon on the ground. I don't see any Reavers in there. Of course, they're just going to fly out there and engage the Mutalisks. They're going to die very quickly. 1 Reaver out there that's blockaded by nothing but buildings. Hydra's also is just focusing down the Corsairs. The second the Corsairs go down, it's going to be it. They're trying to do as much damage as humanly possible. If the Mutalisks were there, they actually went down. Holy crap. But the Hydra's going to be able to come in close and snipe those. With 2 Reavers in there, going to do a lot of spy ships. Probe's actually going to come off the line to force back those Hydras. But the buildings are no longer blockading. And overall, a heavy amount of damage has been done. Now Snow's just going to try to delay. Go out there, kill as many overlords as humanly possible, and just going to micro back home. Probe's going to come off the line again, try to micro again. Bunch of Hydra's going to come down. Only 1 Reaver at this point. And I think 1 Reaver is just not going to be able to do enough. He still only has 2 bases up. I still don't think he's gotten his 3rd up. And Jaedong's just going to stream Hydras like crazy from every single one of his bases. Just hotkey straight at Snow's natural expansion and go out there. Actually saw a girl in the crowd wearing a Yankees cap, doing the metal sign. Very nice. So now the Corsair number is down, and all those Hydras are running in for the kill. Nothing but 2 Reavers to defend. Well, a bunch of probes and 1 Zealot as well. These Reavers are going to get focused down momentarily. Shuttle goes in first. GG there from Snow. Jaedong, absolute domination. 2-1. Disappointing play there a little bit from Snow, I got to say. Jaedong controlling that game from beginning to end. Definitely wanting to make up for his loss in that 2nd set. GG guys, Ryan Channel, hope you enjoyed. Moving on.